Good morning to my friends at DePaul. I was thinking about you this morning when I was reflecting on the day yesterday, last night, and this morning, making some notes in my own journaling process. And we had such a full day yesterday. My 6-year-old grandson was waiting for me when I got home to go to art class, and I felt like I needed to join him to play in the paint and just release some feelings because it's always very emotional for me to be in conversation, and I'm so privileged and honored to hear your responses to things. And I also feel a great uh, emotional weight, I guess you would say, when I'm presenting the topics board information, because I know for some people it really is, as the video says, like being told that the earth is not flat. Things that we've grown up understanding and believing, especially the science, is can be very jarring at first, or perhaps for some of you, you already knew and it was validating. Some people have moments where they say, I knew it. I knew there was more to this. I didn't know the facts, but I knew, and my gut was telling me. So there's all kinds of responses people have to it. And I have college students who just still say the earth is flat. Nope, that science is not correct because it's not true for me, so it cannot be true. So there's just so many ways to feel about it, and I've received so much over the many years of presenting it, and then it's evolved and changed too. And even in the genetics category, there's now a subcategory called epigenetics that's actually really important for teachers to understand. So, um, because it's a large body of information and I'm trying to establish some facts out of the gate, I just wanted to acknowledge for you that that's what we did. We downloaded a lot of information quickly, and as I think I mentioned, that would typically not happen in a 1.5 hour period. Um, Also, I realized too that I appreciate so much my friend who lent me her computer, and I appreciate everybody who jumped in and helped me navigate that space because that was definitely new territory for me. um, Usually, I use the college computer in my college classroom, or it's done independently on a recording. So it was a very different experience. If you wanted the recording so that you could do it independently and use that journal, I would actually recommend you do that. And I will provide you with that recording. Just reach out to me. Um, and I think for now, that's all I wanted to say. Just be with what we did and work with it. And again, I always recommend right from the start, back in the fall, that we choose someone that we can talk to and that you make a regular, predictable time to do that. Because we all know how things get away. But if we commit ourselves to having these conversations, just by doing that regularly and predictably, we are committing to the change we want to see. And I had a fifth grader one time ask Bob Cunningham, a local, Bob's probably in his 90s now. He was an activist and worked with Dr. King, and he lives here in Louisville, and I've worked with him with my students. And one of the students asked about marching. You know, when can we march? When can we get out there and like you did? And he said, well, every day you study this and learn about it and take Miss Michelle's class, you're marching. And I remember going home and writing that down for myself because I am not somebody who goes out every time there's a protest because I don't have the physical ability. I have very severe damage to my spine, so I can't do those kinds of things anymore like I did when I was young. So my protesting and marching is coming to your school and not charging schools any funds for my time. So that's my marching. And you can make your marching just having conversation right now and building on that. And lastly, I wanted to say that I have the read of the group, and I may be wrong, that there may be a group of you who have been working with this for a long time and who had questions about, the Breonna Taylor stop, for example, that you may be interested in doing more with this than just having conversation on a regular basis. So if there is a small group that would want to work with me this summer, I would so love to do that. I love working with the small groups of teachers who are really interested in moving the school forward in a different way than just in the large group sessions. And that involves a certain leadership aspect. And for all I know, you already have a group like that. I don't know. But please just know that too. And as always, I'm here for conversation. I so appreciated everyone who came to me and said, what about this? What about this? That was great. And if you had items on your parking lot paper that we didn't get to, please email those to me and I can answer. I really don't. I love that interaction. And I hope by now you know that you can pretty much say anything to me and I'm there for it. So thank you so much for yesterday, and just breathe.